Okay, so to begin, I have my pylon, my wax paper, I have my transparent tape. You can use either ferns or the onion grass that the Dollar Tree carries for the end of the carrot for the greenery. I'm also going to be using this Craft Artesian Floral Foam. Now with this one here, you do get 2 in a pack for $1.25 here in Canada. So I will be using this particular one. It's the harder foam. As well, my raffia. And then depending on how many lights you want inside your carrot, the Dollar Tree carries the copper wire LED lights, and I will be using those to place inside of my carrot. I also have my scissors and my hot glue on hand, and so with all of that, we can now jump into the project share. I hope you enjoy. Okay, so to begin making my carrots, I'm using the largest pylon that I could find at the Dollar Tree, and it is by Tool Bench. Now, in the same way that I made those smaller carrots, and if you haven't seen that video, then go ahead and I will actually post the link to that video in the description box below. So I'm going to apply my wax paper on top of the cone as I did the skipping rope, the carrot. So with the carrot, however, I was able to roll it up easily and then just kind of twist it at the end until it came off and then just tape it down. Now with the pylon, because it is a little bit bigger, I just took a big piece of wax paper and then wrapped it around, had to cut it in some areas and just make it really nice at the bottom so that it had a nice finish. Now I already went ahead and did it. So as you can see, there's just pieces of wax paper to completely cover the cone. So once you've covered your cone, then I'm just going to take my hot glue and in the exact same way, about 1 inch all the way around at the top, I'm just going to start applying my raffia. Now normally at the very tip I might roll up a ball just to give it a nice finish at the end, but then again I just apply my glue and then just wrap my raffia just in every direction. I'm not making this neat, I just like the look of it when it's wrapped in, you know, various different directions. And I will be leaving gaps in between here and there because I want some of the light to be able to come right through to the wax paper, and then of course the other one will just illuminate behind the raffia, which still gives it a really pretty look. So now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start wrapping my cone here, and once I have completely wrapped it, we'll move on to the next. So I have finished wrapping the cone with the raffia and I'm really pleased with how it looks. I also want to note that at the very bottom I just went around a few more times to make it thicker around the bottom edge, because I will be placing this floral foam on the inside of the cone, and this way it'll just stay in place nicer if it's more firm. Now this floral foam here also fits perfectly with the large size pylon that I purchased from the Dollar Tree. So as you can see, when I place it inside, it's a perfect fit. So now to cover up the white, there's two things you could do. You could either just paint this, especially if your cone is fitting really tightly with the styrofoam. I mean, if you really wanted to use the raffia as I'm going to do and it was a little bit snug, you could always just shave the floral foam down. But you could either paint it, or like I said, I'm just going to take that brown green floral foam that came in that 3-pack, and I'm just going to wrap it or glue it around the edge of the floral foam. And then I will take my ferns and I'm just going to cut off or just even pull them off of the plastic stem. And then these I will insert to the floral foam and then just glue them in place. And then wherever there is any white from the floral foam that is exposed, I'm just going to take some more of that raffia and then glue it in place so that it covers everything up. Then with the battery pack, as I am going to be placing a light strand inside, I'm just going to go ahead and glue it to the inside of the floral foam so that it stays nicely in place. So I'm going to go ahead, do all of that, and then I will show you what the final lighted up carrot looks like. Okay, so I finished wrapping the floral foam. Now I'm going to insert my fern. What I decided to do, instead of taking each leaf off and then putting it in place, I just took the whole bunch, and where that first indentation is in the stem, I just bent it back and forth until it snapped off. Now I'm going to use 2, so I'm just going to insert it in the center, poke it in place, glue that down, and then I'm going to take some more of the same raffia that I wrapped around the edge and then just glue it on top to cover the white floral. Okay, so my ferns are glued in place. And now a little tip, when you are adding your glue to the ferns, go ahead and turn this over, because once the glue touches the bottom of the fern, it is very thin there and the ferns will just bend over, and these look a lot nicer when the ferns are standing upright. So by doing this, the glue will run down and hold them in place, and then they will be standing nice and tall. Now here with the carrot, I wanted to add this little piece just in case you came across the problem where your floral foam either wasn't fitting or it was just a little bit too snug. What I did was I just took some more wax paper and then I just kept folding it over until I had about an inch. Once I had that inch, I took some more hot glue and then I glued it around the perimeter of the bottom of the carrot. This way it gives a little bit more width to the bottom, and your floral foam will go in there with no problem. So now that I added this wax paper, I'm gonna have to cover this up with some more raffia. And what I'm gonna do is, as I'm gluing that raffia on there, I'm going to have my floral foam inside of the carrot. Just because when I'm gluing this on, I just want to make sure that that opening is going to stay open enough that the floral foam is going to fit in there nicely. So once I've covered this area here, I'm going to again cover the top, cover up that white with some more of the brown or green raffia, and then I will add my lights and show you what the carrot looks like all lit. All right, everyone, so here in the center is my Dollar Tree lighted carrot, and I absolutely love how this turned out. I love the color, I love the size, I love that it's lit up, everything about it, how easy it was, how inexpensive it was, and how much fun it was to make this. So as you can see in front of that carrot, I have two other ones that I just decided to put together to show you the different colors using the jute twine. So here I left the jute twine as it was, and then I used the Dollar Tree stencil and just painted on, or stenciled on, Farm Fresh. And then in behind I added some of the onion grass. Now with these two particular carrots, I did the top of the carrot, or the end of the carrot, a little bit differently. So this one here, I did use the styrofoam ring that I used for the lighted carrot. However, in the center I did cut a hole, and then I glued the styrofoam to the inside of the top of the carrot, and then continued wrapping it with the jute twine. I did this because I think that it gives a nice finish, and I just love how the whatever greenery you put in there is just centered in the center of the carrot. I just think it looks a lot nicer that way. Now there's another reason I did that as well, and it was to show you another way that you could use these carrots. Now this one here, I decided to just paint an initial on the front, just to show you if you really wanted to personalize these, if you wanted to give this to a special someone, then it would be really nice to either place their initial or write their name on it. And then another neat thing about this is that once I remove the greenery from the end of this, I actually placed some goodies on the inside. So here you can see a little bunny is peeping through, and what carrot would be complete without its own bunny rabbit? So here I just tucked in this bunny on the inside, and then I placed some chocolates, a necklace, then some more chocolates, and of course it would be really nice to also add a gift card to the inside, and this would make an adorable gift. Well everyone, that'll do it for this DIY. I had so much fun making these, and I really hope that you enjoyed this. I love any project where it is easy to make, it's inexpensive, and then the final result turns out something like this. I am so pleased, and I hope that you like it just as much. I really hope that you give this a try as well. Whether you like the lighted carrot or the jute twine for a little bit of farmhouse rustic decor to add to your home, or you have someone special in mind that you'd like to perhaps make them something a little bit more unique where you can personalize it and add some goodies on the inside, I think that if you make these, you will not be disappointed. So if you liked this video, and I really hope you did, please like the video, share the video, and subscribe to my channel if you like my content and you haven't done so already. As always, guys, thank you so much for your kindness, for your sweet words. I'm sorry if I don't respond right away. I do read all of your comments, and it's something that I look forward to every time I put a video out. So with that said, I hope you are all doing great. I hope you take care of yourselves, and I really hope to catch you in my next video. Bye-bye.